Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Today I am going to show you how I set things up for Thanksgiving in the dessert area. So stay tuned and see what I will be doing. Okay, I'm kind of standing back so you can get kind of a view of all the stuff that I have it set up like. Now let's take a closer look and see what it looks like. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I got that pumpkin a few years ago at Walmart. I doubt you can find anything like this right now. It is late in the season and everybody's just switching straight over to Christmas. But hopefully you have seen or have gotten in the past some of these type of things. Now, I also went to the thrift store and I found this. Isn't it cute? It is a barn and a guy working out in front of it in the hay fields and a beautiful fall tree. Along with that, I found the mill and a guy with a turkey and again fruits and vegetables and stuff that's out in front of it. And then down further is the granary, and in front of it just have somebody pouring water into a bucket and a tree. So the combination of those three, aren't they cute? And I just stacked them on this 3-tier tray. I think it looks really adorable. And I lit them up with Christmas lights. I don't know if you can see them very well, but see right there, Christmas lights. I just put a Dollar Tree strand from the Dollar Tree and just took them and run it down the back so it lights up everything and put them inside the little houses. And it just looks so cute. Then out in front of it, I just simply put in the the nice little fruits and vegetables. Nice little apple right here, and pumpkins and corn, and some carrots and a pear, and some crab apples, and I've just strung them across for that wonderful harvest feeling. Now this is actually that same pumpkin that had the smiling face shining at Halloween, and I just simply turned it around, but it's still this really nice scent pot, and it will put the nice wonderful smell in the air. And then I have my old time radio back there, kind of hidden I suppose, but that's okay. And I'm still just using the coffee pot that I had in there since the beginning of fall, and I keep changing out the flowers that's in it, just to give it a little bit of a different look. Well, I figured the coffee pot would have been something still that the Pilgrims probably had. Maybe they didn't make coffee necessarily, but they used it for boiling water in or whatever. I'm sure they brought it with them from England. And I just think it gives a really neat look. All right, and then over here, I have a Christmas cactus that sits in this window on this tray year round. And I don't know if you can see it very well, but there it is. See, it's a live Christmas cactus. And come December, it probably will bloom out some beautiful flowers. Well, for right now, I just stuck some really pretty fall foliage in it to give it a nice presence. Just stuck the stems down in the dirt. And if you look, this right here is from like the Dollar Tree. I think some of these are like, well, I have accumulated them through the year, but some of them I think are through the years, I should say. Some of them are like Hobby Lobbies. These are Hobby Lobby, I think. And these were bittersweets from Dollar Tree. And this wheat is from Dollar Tree. And I just simply stuck them in there. I got this at the thrift store the other day. I think I paid 50 cents for it or something like that. Just for a little touch of fall coloring. And I just simply stuck it in the pot and just arranged it so it looks like a pretty fall arrangement. And next, I just simply put this beautiful turkey that I had gotten from the thrift store many years ago, and a couple of pumpkins. And this is actually a wreath that came from Hobby Lobby's. It's their smaller ones, and I normally put it on my cabinet here in the kitchen. I have two of them, but I'm using a fall one instead. So what I did was just simply put it around there and then put this in there. So there's some nice greenery. Some fall picks would have been nice too, but I decided to break it up with a little greenery. And below it, it's the hen. I know it's not a turkey, but it's a hen. And I had it here for fall and for Halloween, and now I'm using it again for Thanksgiving. Well, it doesn't bother me to use a hen rather than a turkey, because when the pilgrims were looking for foods and all that for the big feast, they went out fowling. So they may have had chickens, which they did bring chicken with them from England. So it might have been representing their chickens, but they went out fowling, and they could have had wild turkey, they could have had pheasants, they could have had geese, duck, any of it. So I just figure, why not just put in any of all the fowls, and it would just work. And surrounding them, again, I've just put in some greenery and then some things that you would see at the harvest table. Pumpkin and grapes and corn and carrots, and I think this is a pomegranate, which I don't know that they had a pomegranate, but I have them, so I did it. And then there's another pumpkins and a glittery gourd, which I just figured added pretty to it. Then right next to it, I just simply have this 2 tray, which this is my dessert area. So I have put in some fall napkins, and from Hobby Lobby, they're Happy Thanksgiving plates. Let me see if I don't unwrap them right now because I don't want them to get dusty and dirty. But there they are. Can you see around the saran wrap? There we go. Much better. And that's what I just got them this year. So they're very, very, very pretty. Now next to it, I just simply put a canning jar. This one's a ball canning jar, and I put just the plastic forks. And you can grab a fork as you need it for your plates here. And it kind of goes with the old time canning, and I think it works very nicely. You saw these at the very, very opening credit or moment I give, but I just want to show you again how cool these really are. First of all, let's start with the picture in the back. This picture came from Home Interiors. In fact, it was the very first picture I ever earned from a home interior party, and it's called The Birthplace. Well, I also thought it really looks like it could represent the Pilgrim's home. They didn't build log cabins, they built homes on the order of this, according to historians. And I thought, it just kind of looks like something you would see at the Plymouth Plantation Museum that they have, Living Museum. So in front of it, I have placed these pilgrim guys, and I literally just got these guys from the thrift store just a few days ago. They were half price, and I got him for like $5. Yeah, I think he was $5, and I think I got her for, well, let's see, I think I still have the price on her. Okay, she was $4.99, so $2.50, and maybe he was like $8, and I got him like for $4 or $5. I can't remember, but anyway, something like that. And I just thought I had to get them. I'm telling you guys, now is the time to go to your thrift stores and find any of your pilgrims or Native American Indian type of looking things, although I have not found those yet. And I am on the hunt for it because they were a major part of our Thanksgiving festival, and I would like to have a tribute to them as well. And they're very difficult to find some nice Indian statues and things. Like you can find pilgrims usually pretty easy. Well, I went ahead and left the scrub board in the window because that is something they would have brought with them from England, and the pilgrim would have washed their clothes on a scrub board. and then of course just in front of the turkey, which is one I've just had for years, and I just thought it was really pretty. Again, just, you know, the harvest, and that's what the Thanksgiving is about, was the bountiful harvest they had. And that was in 1621. So this year is the 400-year anniversary of the Pilgrims landing in the Plymouth area. It didn't really go off the ship permanently, more or less, until December 15th, I think. But they have come to America and is looking for where they want to settle at this point. And signing of the Mayflower Compact was actually on November 11th, 1620. So we're in the midst of a 400-year anniversary. I don't even know if most people know that, because everyone gets so hurry for Christmas that we're not taking time to learn and remember our history. Okay, next I have right along here, and it's, you know, it's basically the L shape here, right off from where the Pilgrims are. I have these beautiful stands that I've gotten from the thrift store. Isn't that pretty? Now, I just used this at one of the weddings, and I spray painted the metal white. Well, I don't want it white for this. I really would prefer it to be brown. So I just simply, again, this has been sprayed painted multiple times, multiple colors. Anyway, so it's brown. And then these plates are from the Dollar Tree, and so are these little signs, okay? Now, right now, it still says peach cobbler, pecan pie, apple pie, all of that, which may or may not change right now because I haven't really written out my menu. But it still represents what it's going to be. Okay, next, just recently also, I found this beautiful pilgrim girl. It's just like corn. I really kind of think she would have been really neat if they'd have made her like a Native American with the corn and the Indian headdress of feathers and stuff. I think that would have looked just as neat as it being a pilgrim. But again, as I have said, it's very difficult to find. And okay, I have a real pumpkin here. It's one of the white ones, and we got it from when we went to the Anderson farm we were going to do for the Halloween time, and we couldn't get in due to COVID because they only allowed a certain amount of people, and they were sold out already. But it's a beautiful pumpkin. So I have it sitting there, and in front of it, I have this pheasant. Isn't it beautiful? And I said it still works because the pheasants was part of the fowling that they did. They may have eaten pheasant, dove, turkey, goose, duck, you know. They had a lot of pheasants, or they had a lot of fowls, and they went fowling. So I thought, I'm just putting them all out. That's what it represents. And as you can see, I have on this side another one of those types of trays. This one only holds 2, but it's beautiful. And in it, I also put up like canning preserves and jars and some more fall foliage. And by 1621, they probably had jarred and canned stuff. I'm sure that they brought crocks and all kinds of stuff with them to store their foods in. And maybe it might not have been this type of canning jars, which probably wasn't, but I think it still is symbolic of what they may have actually had. So I think this really looks neat. And so I'm setting my food up. This is just, like I said, the dessert area. But I think it's really clever on how you can set it up and still look so festive. Because see, we always do just a, what do you call it? Buffet style food. Because it's easier with the amount of people that I usually do. And everyone can get up and just get the food that they want instead of saying, please pass at the table. So this is all my area set up for the up and coming Thanksgiving. And I think it is really special and fun and very much elegant and amazing for everyone to see. Well, I'm hoping that I was able to inspire all of you to figure out how to set up a really amazing dessert station for your guests when they come to your home for your Thanksgiving meal. I mean, you pick out what your desserts would be, but I have seen these stands like this, different ones, in the thrift store all the time. And you could very easily find them or something similar and make up what your desserts are going to be for your family and your friends and put them on lifts and levels and to make it more interesting and put that harvest feel. And I think it will make your family, friends, and loved ones really find Thanksgiving to be very special. So all of you, I want you all to have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and you take care, and God bless, and happy decorating, you all. Take care until we see each other again.